This is Hyun. I am an associate professor in the school counseling program. I'm also chairing school counseling program right now. This is my 8th year teaching at SPU. Before then, I was in Georgia. I was working on my doctorate at Georgia State University in counselor education. Um, there are 6 questions that I'm going to answer here today. Currently, I am working on the quantitative project actually that I'm working with Dr. Hyun. We are working on resiliency and stress level, and at the same time related to microaggression that school counselors are experiencing in nationwide. Actually, this is the first kind of big quantitative project that I am working on right now, because I'm usually identifying myself as a qualitative person. So my research interests are related to multicultural counseling in the school counseling programs, and play therapy techniques implementation in the school systems. And I am also really interested in building resiliency, promoting resiliency of our students, whether I am meeting with the students as a school counselor or counselor education and so on. So that's my kind of 3 big topic that I am interested in right now and that I am trying to work on. My dissertation topic was a little bit related to my current research agenda, but not directly related to. The title was, I have to remember, it was a long time ago, Coping Strategies of Female Counseling Doctor Students in Their Marriage. So I was looking at how female doctor students in counseling field that they are utilizing different kinds of coping strategies for the stress that they are experiencing in their marriage, because I noticed that a lot of doctoral students are struggling with their significant others during their doctoral program, and I've experienced a lot of, not personally, but anecdotally, I heard a lot of stories regarding divorce, even breakups, not only during the program but also after graduation. So I was wondering, we were supposed to be an expert in coping skills. We are helping our clients to do it. Then how about us? How are we doing that in our life? So that was my dissertation topic, and it was a qualitative study. I personally really like qualitative study because when I do the quantitative studies, I see a lot of numbers, I see a lot of great results, with which can be generalized. However, I kind of noticed that there are a lot of stories in it, a lot of meanings behind it, and they were not necessarily, how can I say, recognized in the research studies. So my heart is always in the qualitative studies. I like to listen to people, and I think that those stories are not going to come out until the researchers are really paying attention to it. So my dissertation experience was awesome. First of all, it was personally kind of, I can relate myself to it, but as a qualitative researcher, you have to really limit yourself. So you have to create a research team that will help you to work through with your biases and the stereotypes on the topic. So I had great research team, which consisted of my colleagues, the time that doctoral students and who are before me and after me and so on. So it was great experience that I was able to work with them. At the same time, when I was interviewing female counseling doctoral students, they're all my colleagues nationwide. So it was very interesting to hear their story. And one episode that I like to share with you guys during that dissertation process is that it was sad but at the same time very affirming, which was, so I was able to interview 10 or 11, I don't remember how many numbers, female counseling doctoral students nationwide. I don't know if it was like how which number the interview was, but second or the third, I was able to phone interview with somebody, and unfortunately, I found out that at the end of the interview, I didn't press the recording button. It was awesome interview. It was really good. It was very deep. It was very detailed, and I've got all my questions answered. And then I found out that it was not recorded. So I talked to my dissertation chair. What should I do? What should I do? And then she said that you cannot use it, but at least you can do maybe try another interview with her if she is willing to. So I contacted that person, and she was gracious, very gracious, into another kind of 2 hours she spent with me. But she said something like, she told me that when she was talking to me, I was not giving a therapy to her or anything like that or a counseling session, but she said talking to me was really, really therapeutic for her. So after the interview, she kind of reflect on her answers and that how she was doing with her coping skills in her marriage and so on. So she went back and then she thought about it, and then she tried to change some things or continue some things that she felt good about. So that responses from her was very, very affirming that yeah, actually qualitative studies are really helping the participants, even how can I say, involved in their own healing process, right? Not only just the helping the research. So I still love qualitative studies and researches, and then that's why it was really great. And related to that, if I can give you one advice for your dissertation, is that I like you to find something that you are really passionate about. It's very tedious process. It could bump into many barriers and so on. If you don't like the topic, you can lose that grip. So find something that you are really, really passionate about. It doesn't have to be big one. There is a saying that a good dissertation is done dissertation. So you don't have to change the world with your dissertation, but with the little thing that you can hold on until you finish. That's the, I think, important part. And if you need my help, I am interested in multicultural counseling or multiculturalism in education, or how the resiliency can really maybe taught or developed or promoted in students. Not only students, maybe teachers or school counselors or principals. I think that resiliency is really, really needed, especially these days when people are experiencing difficulties and challenges, and that's the key for overcome those times. So if your topics are in that area, and if you are interested in maybe qualitative or even mixed method, or even if it is a quantitative but it is a related kind of school counseling related topic, then let me know. I may not be able to be a chair for your dissertation. However, I can participate in your dissertation as a committee member. Thank you so much for listening to me. Blessings to you all. If you are interested in, or if you want to chat about anything that is related to what I just said, I am happy to. Thank you. Bye.